So now that we understand some basics about how to create payloads, let's talk a little bit about how do we actually just get this thing to start moving around. Let's make this thing do something.
So usually, before we do a program, we like to, you're gonna start out in this tab, in the robot program tab. We like to add a before start, go into UR caps, and then just activate the gripper, and then make the gripper open.
Since the gripper's already open, it didn't move.
Yeah.
But normally, like if we change that to close, it would close the gripper.
Yeah, you want it set to open as its base so that it's ready to grab something.
Yeah.
Right.
So from there, if we wanted it to just move, you go down to this tab, press the move button. You have 3 different types of moves. You have a J, an L, and a P. Most of the time, you'll start out with move J.
So what? Yeah, let's start out with J and show the viewer what that looks like, and then we can amend it to help them see the difference between these.
So we're going to set waypoint 1.
And waypoint just means the different positions we want the robot to go in the Cartesian coordinate. So if we want it to move over to this spot right here, that's a waypoint. And then if we want it to move over to here, that's another waypoint. So each of these waypoints is going to become numbered in the program.
So we're gonna say
Colin's going to move it.
Oh, so you're going to manually, okay, so you're going to do this manually. You can do it on here as well with the, as you saw in the previous video, you can control it with the tablet, or you can do it this way.
So once it's in the position that you want, all you have to do is come here, press this blue set waypoint button, and then press OK.
And look, you just created a waypoint.
And then
Nice.
if you want more waypoints, you can go over here and press waypoint in the basic drop down, and then you can move it to a different position.
Again, Isaac is holding down the button on the tablet so Colin can do this free motion with the robot.
And then we set waypoint and press OK. And then we're going to do another waypoint. Set waypoint, OK. And another waypoint.
And you did the same thing for each of those.
Yeah,
So we got
just
4 waypoints.
One set waypoint.
I do wonder if this arm is going to knock some things over, since I saw that the arm was down here a little bit and we didn't go above and then down. But it's fine.
Oh, okay.
This is fine for a basic understanding, just to see how it functions. So how did you get to this new, you're on a new screen here now, Isaac?
All I did was press the run tab up at the top.
Whereas we were in program.
Right.
So yeah, now we're actually getting ready to run this program and see what it'll do.
So now we're going to press the run button. And first, it's going to have us move to the first waypoint. So you hold down the move robot to whatever waypoint button, and then you can just play, and it'll run the program.
As you can see, it just moves. So typically in a program, if we had stuff of varying heights, we would have it raise up and then move.
Yes, so yeah, this is not like, this is just a very simple tutorial to show it moving from spot to spot. If we were gonna do this in a more clean way, we would actually have it follow the proper protocol,
Right.
where it goes above an object before it lowers down around it to pick it up.
Now we're going to change it to a move P to
Just to
see
demonstrate?
how much smoother it is.
Okay, so P is the one.
Is the
janky one.
Well,
That's the robot.
let's use it. So I would say that this one is harder on the robot, and it's also less efficient. So in many instances, we're gonna want to avoid using this move P scenario, because now it's going at like sharp angles. We want it to move in a more smooth and flowing motion, something more efficient to save time.
Now we're going to change it to move L to see what that's like. We have to move to waypoint 1 again, and then we can run the program.
it's much smoother. One of the big things is that doing the move J, as it moves from this point to this point, it'll kind of dip down and then come back up. This, it just stays going up.
And so this is the most efficient path based on what we are doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a move L scenario here, ideally. One thing I'd like to point out that is helpful here is just that when you start making a more complicated program and you have like 10, 20, 30, 500 waypoints or something, it can become really hard to keep track of your program. And engineers or programmers are going to have to spend a lot of time troubleshooting code. And so in order to make your life a whole lot easier, you will want to get in the habit of naming these waypoints.
Yeah.
So here, you can simply do that by selecting the waypoint. Yep.
And I'm pressing this little pencil.
And then we can just type in here. Yep, it's just like a keyboard. We can type in the name of the position. So let's say we were talking about this particular object. We could type in,
Cylinder.
yeah, we could type in cylinder, hit
Submit.
submit. And
And
now we
then
can see.
that name is now cylinder.
Yeah, so now we know where we are going to, and it's a lot easier to go back and amend our program if we need to do that.
Yep.
Cool, so now we know how to do payload, waypoints, and make some smoother motions as we transition among waypoints.